Hello. Hello.
What's going on, fam? Welcome back to a first vlog in probably 2 years. I am super stoked about today. Had a fantastic ride, and I wear these because I get really sweaty and the sweat gets in my eyes because it doesn't catch on the helmet as well. Today's workout was absolutely fantastic. I'll get the data for you guys in just a second. Let's have a look at it. All right, so this is my Training Peaks dashboard. So if we go into the workout for today, you guys can see if we go down here. So the workout today was a 10-minute warm up over here and a 10-minute cool down. And then we had 4 rounds of 10 minutes at just under threshold, and then zone 4, so zone 3 for 9 minutes, zone 4 for 1 minute times 4. And then if we open this up, we can actually see, you can see where I spiked in power, down again, obviously little dips for when I had to cross a street or something. And yeah, really, really good. So normalized power was 268 watts, which is pretty good. I'd like to be somewhere in the 265 to 270 range for hour-long threshold workouts like this. And there you go. You may have also noticed from the map on the screen that I'm actually in America for about 2 weeks, visiting some family and seeing some friends, doing a little bit of work. I have some clients in North America that I want to work with, obviously on the same time zone, so things are doing well. But today's video is all about sharing with you guys what has gone on the last 6 months or so in this transition out of football boots, what's next, and some tips and tricks on some personal branding stuff. Let's rock and roll. AS Color makes the best merch sweatshirts on the planet. Get them embroidered and they're like amazing quality. I've had mine for 5 years now. Insane. All right, friends, just parked up at Green Lake. I'm actually meeting a friend to just go for a walk. It's a friend who I haven't seen in a little bit, so I'm very excited. She's bringing her dog, and it's just going to be awesome. Actually, a friend I know from high school. So really quickly, why personal branding as opposed to football boots, or why no football boots anymore? Well, one of the reasons is because the football boot market is slowing down big time. Reviews are obviously at an all-time high. There's some amazing creators out there doing tons of really cool stuff on the football boot market. But to be honest, it got a little boring. And I love product development and I love the behind the scenes, but unfortunately the behind the scenes only happens every 6 to 12 months, right? So every brand like Nike, for instance, only comes out with a boot every 6 to 12 months or renews their current lineup. And so the opportunities for consulting and stuff, which I was doing on the back end, really don't happen that often. And so it gets very difficult to, unless you're doing a ton of affiliate codes, which I did a little bit of and would sell boots that I wasn't making and all that stuff. There sort of hits a ceiling of what's possible in terms of the financial outcomes for a creator in the boot market, unfortunately. And some people have done really, really well. Like, Josh has done amazing on the grip sock side because he created a specific product for his audience, right? And I could do that, but I really don't want to work in physical products. And so the digital product space is easier to do because you create it once and then you can update it like I did with the size guide. But at the end of the day, I just felt like the opportunities in business, if I wasn't actually going to start creating a football boot and building my own football boot brand or my own grip sock brand, it just felt a little boring in terms of the business opportunities there. And so that's one of the main reasons why I decided to step away from the football boot side. All right, so reason number 2 that I decided to step away from the boot content stuff is because I felt like I wasn't having the impact that I wanted to on the world. And I think there are people who are built for that game, and there are people like myself who dabbled in it, and it was a beautiful thing that taught me how to do the thing that I now want to do, right? I want to do content creation, brand building, and really get to know clients well, help them build their personal brands in whatever field they are in, right? We are creating leaders of industry here on this channel. And so for me, it was really about what is the impact that I want to have on the world that also aligns with what I want to do. From a business perspective, I think there's also a much higher ceiling from a financial outcome situation. But again, financials aside, it's simply hey, if I can make this work and I can live on either income, I'd rather do the one that I feel like I'm having more positive impact in the world. And so that's where reason number 2 for why I decided to shift away from the boot content and focus on personal branding and help others build their personal brands. Also, I just want to make this very clear, and I'm not usually very judgmental of people because I'm like, everyone lives their own life and they're doing their thing and whatever, as long as you're not hurting anybody. But our Seattle drivers, terrible. I thought Melbourne drivers were bad. That's obviously where I live. I don't think they're that bad, but they're just kind of frustrating sometimes. Seattle drivers are the goddamn worst in the entire world. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. If you want driving enjoyment, do not move to Seattle. All right, a couple things before I jump into some work. Amazing. Also amazing. And some potatoes, vegetables, and chicken for lunch. Time to jump in. About to log in for a meeting with Nike. Let's rock and roll.
Boxes are defeated, purpose always fleeting. I pose questions to the ceiling like an answer gonna come. Truth is too revealing, life is easier concealing. All emotions to the start on your heart going numb. I shouldn't be in drive more, I just wanna feel alive.
All right, so I just took the MBTI, which is the Myers-Briggs. We're doing it with just my company, so myself and the 2 other team members who are with me, McKenna and Kelvin. Kelvin, hello. You'll see this very soon. So for those of you who haven't done it before, it is essentially a personality test that is able to go through about 150 questions, and it ranks you based on 4 different 2-option areas. I don't know if that makes sense. So there's like 8 different types, and it's how you interact with the world, how you have energy, and I am an INTJ, and that is very much on brand. So INTJs have original minds and great drive for implementing their ideas and achieving their goals. They have long-range vision and quickly find meaningful patterns in external events. They are independent, skeptical, and critical, and have high standards of competence and performance for themselves and others. They value health, home, family, and achievement. Spot on, dude. Okay, so let's talk about the last reason number 3, why I really wanted to switch into something a little bit different. So one of the biggest reasons, and I think this might selfishly be the number 1 reason, other than the impact thing, which I spoke about before, one of the main reasons why I think it's really important for me to shift out of football boots is also because of my history with football and with my inability to let it go. And because I'm not playing professionally anymore, I'm not even on a team anymore, semi-pro or pro or even amateur. It was the last thing, filming football boot content was the last thing sort of keeping me on the pitch, if you will. And I am somebody who likes to do things at 100% no matter what. So if I'm only half in, i.e. I'm only going out to the field to film content, that doesn't align with my personality very well. So I'm somebody who really prefers to be either all in on something, and so I'm going to be, as best I can, a professional at it in whatever way that means. I'm not necessarily meaning like you get paid for it, but I am somebody who likes to go at things 1,000%. And so when I'm sort of half into the football boot content and I'm actually going out and doing play tests and 1 month reviews for you guys, I found it frustrating because it took away from the thing that I'm trying to pursue from an athletic perspective, i.e. triathlon. You guys saw the bike ride this morning. I have a very intense run later today, 1 hour and 10 minutes, which you guys will go along with me on that one. But it was one of those things where I was sort of caught in two minds, right? Like I was trying to pursue worlds in triathlon and do really, really well going to Kona and whatever else, which is still a dream of mine. But that training was taking a huge hit because I was going out to the field for 3 or 4 hours at a time to batch film content. And that content ended up just pissing me off because I want to go, and a lot of my community in Melbourne is actually surrounding the triathlon stuff. And so then I would end up being angry and annoyed because I wasn't performing my best and feeling my physical best at the triathlon training. And so I figured, well, if I can do my triathlons at 100% and also make a greater impact on the world through some of the branding stuff, working with professionals and athletes, that's something that feels like it just is the perfect synergy of everything that I want to do. And it actually took me about 6 months. It's September 25th today, and I started this process in March. So early March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So almost 7 months it took me, maybe 6 months, because this transition started to happen about a month and a bit ago now. But that's kind of the main reasons why I stepped away from football boots. And I know I've outlined this in another video, but I wanted to kind of dive a little bit deeper into it because I do think it's something that, you know, is meaningful to me, and it's a big shift of my content. But again, this is a personal brand, and a personal brand is meant to ebb and flow with what you do. I feel like now I have a very, very solid understanding and appreciation for what I want to do for decades in the future. And social media is very much a big part of that. Obviously, building your personal brand on social media, and to be able to do triathlon and to really dive deep into it as an amateur and not have the stress of being paid and being judged by people all the time and sponsors to deal with and all these other things, which I will have on my personal brand side, no doubt. But this is very much something that I want to enjoy, and I want to create incredible impact for people all around the world who want to do to build their own futures with personal branding. All right, time to get home, get a freaking run in. It's gonna be crazy. Here, I'll show you the training peaks again for this bad boy. Let me turn the camera around and show you guys what I'm talking about for today's run. All right, so we have all of the different workouts here. So I'm going to go into the run, and as you can see here, it is a 1 hour and 10 minute run, and we have these cycles. So we have zone 3, which is based on heart rate. So 5 minutes at zone 3, 4 minutes at zone 4, and then 1 minute of like rest, walk, recovery. And then we do 5 sets of those. So 5 times 10 minutes, 50 minutes, and then we have 10-minute cool down and warm up, equaling 1 hour and 10 minutes or 70 minutes. So this is all the workout here. That then also what it does is it actually syncs to my Garmin watch. I'm not wearing Garmin watch right now, but it syncs to my Garmin watch, and that way I can just press go, and then it tells me what the workout is on the watch and stuff. Very straightforward, very easy, and it's dumb proof so that I don't have to think about it anytime and lap the watch and everything like I do normally. So double threshold day, baby, let's go. All right, first stop is going to be First stop is going to be the running store, because I need to grab some more calories, because calories are bloody important when you are training as much as I train. And that will help me get through the insane workouts that I have this weekend. Got like 7 hours of exercise this weekend, so it's time to get some food. I thought the song was gonna drop and then it didn't. I was ready to just wait for it. Like I was saying earlier, with the Seattle traffic and people being absolutely super shit at driving, I decided to just go home, and we're gonna pick up some calories tomorrow because it is Thursday today, and I have time tomorrow, and we have a special guest coming on at the very end of this vlog. So stay tuned because he is coming to visit for the whole weekend in Seattle for the first time, and I could run home faster than this. Absolutely bananas, dude. Absolutely bananas. All right, I am going to get ready for the run, and today is going to be pretty intense, if I'm honest. Got my little singlet action going. We got the... Where the hell did the tights go? That's concerning. Oh, here we go. Half tights as well, and then I'm going to wear some epic sunglasses, get some calories in me, and then we will be off to the run. I'm not going to bring my camera with me for obvious reasons because it's huge and clunky, but I will talk to you guys when I am back from this crazy run, and we'll go through all the stats and I'll show you how it went. Also, because it is a fast run, I'm going to be wearing the carbon plated Adios Evo Pro. What are these? These are the Adidas carbon plated shoes. So they are very, very springy, very fun. I like to wear these for long runs and tempo runs because they're super cushiony in this Light Strike Pro, which by the way is in football boots as well, the F50 Plus. These are very, very fun to run in and a dope color as well. So be back in a bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Holy. Whew. That was a very long run, about 17 and a bit Ks, 4:23 average pace, and let's look at the workout. 6 new records, 17.2 kilometers. I accidentally went 5 minutes extra, It was a very, very good run. Here's the map. There you go. So you can see each one of the 5 efforts, and the heart rate gets slightly higher and higher and higher every time. And it was a very, very good workout. Holy, VO2 max. My legs are tingling right now. So these are the records that I set. There you go. So it'll say like in the last 90 days what your records are, and then these are like all-time ones as well. The all-time ones have the star, so I guess these are all like either 2025 or in the last 90 days. So I got my best 1 minute heart rate time in the last 90 days, which was 171 beats per minute for 1 minute. Crazy. Okay, that is today's workouts done. About an hour and 20 minutes-ish. 2 hours and 20 minutes total of working out, which is awesome. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, time to get showered, do some more work, and then special guest coming late tonight. All right, I just noticed this. Look at right here. See all those black dots? Can you see that? I was running so goddamn fast. The bugs were it was like a windshield on my neck. How wild is that? Catch me if you can. All right, ladies and gents, it is currently 10 p.m. in the evening, and I am absolutely exhausted. And to be honest, I don't have the energy to film very much longer. I know the rest of this evening has been very chill. I've just been hanging out with my parents a little bit and waiting for my friend to come, but he and his wife are further and further away. You guys know him. It is Michael Cunningham. He is coming here to Seattle, staying with me at my parents' house, and we are going to be hanging out, and I'm going to be showing him the Pacific Northwest. So I may or may not be vlogging while he's here. Check my Instagram. Obviously this video is going to come out way, way, way later. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today. Hope you guys understand a little bit of why I'm switching gears, and I'm really looking forward. If you guys are interested in any sort of personal branding stuff for yourself or your business, do let me know down in the comments section below, and I will do my best to get all of your contact details, and we'll be in touch.
You can also subscribe to my newsletter, which will be the first link down in the description box below. Totally free content related to personal branding and to building your brand, building your social following, and making a greater impact on the world. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'll see you guys in the next one.